it's Carrie and Kate today with the Bites Girls, and we are making one of our original dips today.
It's very exciting.
It's so good. Well, I love a Gyro. I don't know, Gyro, Gyro. I pronounce it Gyro.
Gyro.
Whatever.
It's all Greek to me.
You're so funny. And so what we decided to do, we said, let's take a Gyro and turn it into a dip. And so we have had great success with this dip. It is so good. Mm-hmm. So
it's actually quite genius. I mean, we should be patting ourselves on the back for coming up with this original recipe.
Yes. So here's some of the ingredients you're going to start with.
You have to get a boxed Gyro kit. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. Pita, fantastic. We're going to show you how to cut this up and toast it off.
It's such a good snack.
Gyro meat. I don't know what it's made of, but it tastes damn good. It is pre-cooked, so you really don't have to worry about cooking it. I do. Sometimes I'll dice it up and then I'll fry it just like bacon in a pan just so it gets extra crispy. However, if it's sitting in your fridge for a day or two, it's sort of like reconstitute itself. Like it's softer. So you know what? Again, fully cooked. Skip that step if you don't have enough time and just throw it in the bowl. Okay, this is important, so pay attention. This is junk. This is a Ziki hip that comes with it. Throw it out.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Because she is guilty of reusing it. It's awful.
I told you I love Gyro. So yeah, throw it out because there's so many other good recipes. So the two main stars of this dip are Greek yogurt, which are just going to give it a nice the texture on your tongue and the thickness. Yes. And then some sour cream. So equal parts, 1 cup. We're just going to eyeball it today. So put this in.
What's my job?
Your job is to start adding the veggies.
Okay. We have 1 cucumber, peeled, seeded, and chopped. You can also buy, they're known as the hot house cucumbers or seedless cucumbers that you don't have to even mess with actually the seeding or the peeling if you don't want to, but they're more expensive. So we went with the regular cucumber.
Just mix those together and
there it goes.
Keep stirring away. Go.
Lots and lots of red onion. This is actually half of a large red onion that's going in.
Just gives it that flavor, the Greek flavor.
Okay. Then we have a cup of diced tomatoes.
And you can use a regular Roma tomato if you want to seed it. Whatever way you can get some diced tomatoes in here.
I actually like the grape tomatoes better, the ones that we use, because they do have a little bit sweeter flavor, and I feel like in the dead of winter, it actually tastes like it came out of a garden. Right. Okay. Star of the show, in my opinion, because I love feta.
Yes.
We are using a pound of feta. You can buy it crumbled. You can buy it packed in brine, like this came. So it just requires you to use a little muscle.
And this dip, as you see, it just keeps growing and growing and growing, so it makes a ton.
It really does. And I would say you could keep this in your fridge for 5 to 7 days.
I would say 2. A really funny story. We made this for some customers, and one of the family members called us afterwards, and he's like, I have to have the recipe. He's like, we gather around this bowl of Gyro Dip, and we start shoveling it in our face, and it's like we're speaking in tongues. He's like, it's just crazy. So he's like, we just turn into lunatics. So it's so good. So Kate's gonna cut up the meat.
Okay. We're gonna do that. Okay.
And you're not even gonna use this whole pack of meat. There's a ton of meat in there. It's so thinly sliced. So you can keep it, you can freeze it.
I think it actually also depends on what brand Gyro kit you buy, because this is a little bit different than one I normally get at the store that I shop at. So I use the whole package.
Okay. And another tip too is if you don't feel like buying one of those Gyro kits, you can go and buy a Gyro and just tell them, or even stop at your local little Greek store shop and say, I just want the meat.
Good idea.
Give me meat. Or I just give me the meat and the pita, don't put all the sauce on it, and come home and dice it up, and you can make the dip.
You know, truthfully too, if you don't want to mess with buying the whole kit, you could do like grilled chicken.
Oh yeah,
you could even do like a grilled flank steak and throw that in.
Yep, there's a lot of different ways.
We do that with quite a few recipes actually.
Yes.
Make them several ways and swap out protein or whatever. Yeah, this is quite a bit.
Ooh, this is, yeah.
So I'm just gonna rough chop it.
Then we're gonna fold it in here, and then we're gonna season with a little oregano to give you that Greek flavor, and a little pepper. And I really don't think you need the salt. I'd be very cautious because feta is so salty. You want to be careful about adding it because you can go overboard very, very quickly.
And the Greek yogurt. That Greek yogurt has a lot of tang, as
It
does
does.
the sour cream. I think
I'm
I put
making a
in,
mess.
let's see, it was probably about 1.5 cups of the gyro meat.
Yes.
But of course you could do more or less.
And just keep stirring it up. So what I am doing is I'm going to add a teaspoon, this is a half teaspoon, just so you know, of some oregano, because this is really what adds that delicious Greek flavor. And then about a half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Put that in, mix it up. Can I get a close-up as I'm mixing this?
See how thick this is? And oh my gosh, this is just the best.
It is so good. We didn't put garlic in this because the meat is so garlic and kind of flavorful, but if you are a huge garlic lover and you want to kick it up a notch,
by all means,
go ahead and put a couple minced garlic cloves in here, and you'll love it.
This really is, Carrie mentioned it before, it's such a huge batch.
There's huge.
At least 5 cups in
Yes.
this. So I am going to show you how to toast these pita wedges. They come in rounds like this. I have, there's 5 that came in this kit. So I'm going to have them, quarter them, and then each triangle I can get 3 more cuts. So
Get a ton out of here.
yeah, I mean 5 doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, once you, oh, and I got 4 out of this one, so this is good.
These are such a great snack to have on hand. I love to make these. My kids love to steal the bag of them and eat them. They're great because you put them in a little Ziploc bag. They stay nice and fresh. And you can use them for hummus or your Gyro Dip, garlic feta dip, any of that stuff.
The next thing we're going to do is toss it with some extra virgin olive oil. Now this is probably where you and I differ a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like extra virgin olive oil for everything.
I more do
a regular
regular
olive oil girl.
Yes, and I like to use extra virgin for like salad dressings and finishing. But use what you got.
Yep.
And this we're actually using extra virgin. Just toss it up. Use your good old hands. Kate, you want to hit it with some salt and pepper because my hands are full of oil.
I would toss this with the oil first because that will help the salt stick.
It does.
And I stop right here if you're not a fan of the pepper, but honestly, it's just a habit. I put it on everything,
It's
really.
I think it just adds another little flavor, and it's so good.
Especially if you use freshly ground black pepper. Or you can even buy those little McCormick grinders. Buy one of those if you don't have a coffee grinder. We just buy the whole peppercorns and grind them up in a spice coffee grinder. Works out great.
Ooh, they look so good. Yum.
These are ready to roll. They're going to go in the oven at 350. You could speed them up by increasing your oven temperature to 400 or even more, but you really have to keep a close eye on them because they will burn. Trust me, because I've done it.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
About 10 minutes or so, you start to smell them. That's when I would take it out.
Yes. So we're ready now to taste the pita. It's out of the oven, and I'm gonna have some of the Gyro Dip on it. Ooh, looks so good.
Here,
So many
Jen.
great flavors. Ooh,
Try that
thanks.
one.
Ooh, this looks delicious. Ooh. So good, Kate. Oh, love it. So good. Tastes just like a gyro in a bowl.
Why would you ever buy another gyro sandwich again when you can have this stuff?
I know. Ooh. And it stays in the refrigerator for a good 5 to 7 days, so you can keep snacking on it, and the flavors will only develop. So,
The oregano in here, awesome.
thanks for watching our episode today.
And remember, you're just a few bites away from a great party.